Hello guys, it's Ahmed from London Dog guys, bringing my own segment. It's called What If. The whole idea of my show is bringing having existing source material from the West and get translated into anime. For example, having like novels, movies, TV shows that gets translated into anime kind of adaptation. Gets adapted to anime. Well, the whole idea came to me when I was seeing how Hollywood taking actual anime source material and adapt it into a movie. And overnight, last night, I was like, oh, what if they could do like the other way around? And that would be so great. But obviously, that will never, it will never happen. I would not say never, but it would be quite hard to happen. It was just to be take a lot of time and effort, and a lot of money gets involved, and both sides probably would not like it. But going sidetracked right there, that's probably a video different day. um, this is my three movies. Three, it's not really three, I do three now. One part, three in the second part, and one in the last part. Basically seven movies that I'm thinking that would be great to get adapted into anime. Obviously, starting with my number one, and that is Mighty Ducks. So, if you guys was born in the 90s or probably late 80s, very late 80s, you seen a movie called Mighty Ducks. It's basically the story of this underdog team that is being coached by this ex-player that he got in trouble. If I can remember the plot properly, I have a very bad memory. But yeah, it's basically the whole idea of this movie is basically this ex-player, ex-hockey player who goes into the school of misfits, and he trains these little younglings, and he creates this team. Actually, the team is already called Mighty Dogs, but it gives them best training and trains them, motivates them, and tells them you guys are really good. Just don't get down, and basically makes them a very good team, a team not to be messed with. And that is the whole small plot. Obviously, there's a huge narration to it if you want. Obviously, there was like sequels to the movies. We don't want to talk about it. But the other day I was thinking, I was like, oh, that would be very good if they get translated into anime and into like a 12 series episode anime. And I was like thinking, oh, but what studio would I recommend for them to go for? And I was thinking about Studio Lush. If you guys know what Studio Lush is basically the people who made Assassination Classroom, Danganronpa, and Hamatora, and Re Hamatora. If you notice that like every show they do is very colorful, very like it makes your eyes like pop out like wow, it's so much color. And that's what actually be a very good recommendation. That'd be very good for Mighty Ducks getting translated into that. Reason why is just because each characters have individuality, and the individuality is very colorful in the way that like it reflects into them. The way it, like every time you look at like, these young characters, you'd be like, oh, they represent this color, because the way the vibe are and the way they play and the way it is, and I was like, oh, that would be so great. And because there's so many characters, it'd be so easy for Lush, because kind of like this is like a Lush background, like having one show with so many characters and different colors to it. And obviously, it's a sports show. That'll be first time that Lush should do a sports show. It'll be very great idea for it. Going for the second movie, my second movie is Aliens. If you guys know Alien, oh sorry, Alien, single, Alien uh, movie. If you know the franchise, if you lived under a rock, you should know it. That's the only thing I would say. If you guys do not live under a rock, you should know what is Alien. You probably guys know the plot. Just in case, I'll tell you the plot. Basically, this explorers goes into the space station, kind of go to this planet, and they discover this planet has life form, and is an alien life form. As every horror movie they do, they bring in, they go contact to this life form, and they get, one of the characters get basically not possessed, but face grabbed by this alien creature that actually somehow gives this chemical inside them and impregnates any kind of living organism, like a biological organism, that impregnates them with this creature, this alien. It's very dark, very sci-fi horror. It's one of my favorite genres, sci-fi horror itself. Very dark, very suspenseful, and it's like, if you notice the movie, it was not the monster that was so scary. It was just the whole room so claustrophobic. It's like, if somebody has problem with claustrophobia, or it's like small tight places, you understand how frightening it is. It's like they're going through the ventilation, and they know there's like they're getting chased by this creature, this abomination, yeah, and they're getting hunted one by one, these crew members. And I don't want to tell you so much about the plot, because if you guys never seen the movie, you better to go watch it. And that's funny. Everybody's seen Alien. What I thought about, like, the other day, like, what studio would probably be great for it. I think Studio Madhouse. Like, obviously Madhouse likes the complete kind of source material, like mangas when it's complete. They like to try use that as a source material, or any shows that have been finished, like a final form of the source material originally. But it would be very hard for them to do a adaptation of a movie, because a movie, they go so limited, they have to add more elements to it. But Studio Madhouse could pull it off, if they could pull off anything, because they're good. But the reason I chose Studio Madhouse, because sometimes they could do really dark shows. They did Helsing. If you watch the Ultimate Helsing Ultimate, the OVAs, they were so dark, and I'm thinking like they could do horror so great. Also, they did Overload. Obviously, it's not horror; it's much of like a fantasy thing, but it's just the way the characters designed, like the animation and the way the director did it is really great. They could do Aliens. It's very, like, it's very rare. It would be very hard, because I never, if there is like a sci-fi horror anime out there, because guys could recommend it to me, because I never know if anime could do sci-fi horror. It could be a good shot for them. If you guys know a sci-fi horror anime, comment down below and I will watch it. Number three. Number three obviously is the my fun kind of movie, and I watched it the other day. Is the Fast franchise. Thinking about it away, Fast is an anime, starting from Fast 4 to 8. It seriously is the anime. It's a live action anime. The physics they could pull off, I'm thinking, yeah, it's great, but what if they become an anime? They could do much crazier thing they're already doing. Basically, I was watching the other day. I was like, the physics of this movie is, come on. It's like, obviously, if you watch a fast movie, you don't need to bring your whole brain into the movie, into the theater. You leave your brain outside the theater, put in a leash, because this movie does not need logic. Because if you use logic, it will hurt you. It's just like warning right there. It's like, it's life threatening. My friend used logic and his head is about to explode yesterday. But yeah, Fast 8, and I was very conflicted what studio go for, because there's so many good studios out there. I was like, what if do a very funny studio? What if Toei does Fast with their bad animation? Obviously, this is like a fun choice, and I have to use one of my funniest other fun choice to use it, because you're gonna see Fast. What's so good about Fast? Yeah, Fast could carry on to Fast 20, probably beyond that. Is with Toei, they could stretch out the anime to 100, 200 episodes with thrillers. So Fast and Toei could combine. Like it somehow cannot work, and it still works at the same time. Like let's say, it's so weird. It's like Toei does Fast. I'll be very interested. But like you can imagine, guys, Fast and Furious, the anime directed, the studio is Toei. That'd be so great. You're gonna see episode 600 of that. But yeah, guys, that is my last, not last movie, but this is my third movie that I'm talked about. Second part, I'm gonna do other three movies. The last part, I'm gonna fully review that movie. I'm gonna analyze it more, because the number one movie is one of my favorite movies, and it's really a shame if it does not become an anime, because it's such a like an anime, like let's say this source material for, like it has this juicy materials for that, like it'd be great for an anime. It's me, Ahmed, signing off from Team Force Random, and sayonara.